in the world. Welcome to this live stream. And today, actually, I know this is entitled that I have a huge announcement to make, but I actually have, it's more like three announcements, and they're all catered to really serve you better, all of you guys better, who are part of this community and who are, contributing and who are really looking to get more value out of all the content that I'm creating. And so everything I'm going to talk about is really meant to serve you better. And these changes, I think you're going to really, really appreciate them and like them. So I'll just kind of hop into it a little bit. So, and feel free to drop in the chat and say, hey, where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? And okay, all right, I lost it for a moment. All right, so what we're going to discuss first, what I'm going to discuss first, let me actually get the chat box here. Hold on one second. Yeah, anyway, hold on. Let me get this up. Hold on. All right. Anyway, as you guys are sharing in the chat, feel free to share in the chat. So, the first change I'm gonna make that I'm planning to make to the channel is actually posting 2 videos a week, and not just 1 video a week. So far I've been posting 1 video a week, but not just two of my regular videos. They're going to be a little bit of a different style I'm going to see what you guys really enjoy and what you really like. So the first style of video is really geared toward, it's my normal style of video, right, that I always post on some specific topic related to, or a philosophical perspective on a topic, or a specific skill or set of skills to learn, and so forth. So that will be my normal topic that I'll post every single week and continue to post for you guys every single week. But then I'll be posting a second video for now every Thursday as well. So Monday and then also Thursday. But this is going to be a little bit of a different style. It's going to be kind of a longer, typically a longer video, less editing, more just you and me as if we're in a classroom, and I'm going to be teaching specific skills or doing some sort of specific book breakdown or book analysis, kind of based on popular demand of what you guys are looking for. And I'm going to be, so really it's going to be like a classroom style. That second video is going to be kind of like a classroom style, minimal editing, nothing like that. Just really you and me in a classroom. I'm going to be, just as I do with my teaching clients, right? I have teaching clients, people that I actually teach one-on-one. And just like that, I'm going to be using my stylus. I'm going to be using materials and going through explanations and analysis. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy that. So, and you feel free to suggest the topics for those, because I want to teach you what you want to learn based around critical thinking, argumentation, persuasion, book analyses, right? Different topics from different books and things like that, and actually breaking them down. So that will be an important step. The second change, going back, I actually have heard from you, and actually I had a Zoom call with one of our viewers. Shout out to Eric. So sorry. Shout out to Ethan. Ethan had some great feedback, and he was looking at my channel. He said, okay, well, I don't know, I love the videos, but then I don't always know, I heard a book somewhere in some video, right, that you mentioned, or I heard some concept that you mentioned in some video, and from the titles and thumbnails, I'm not sure where exactly to find that topic again. I'm not sure if I want to go back, if I want to go back and find that book that you mentioned or that concept that you mentioned again. It's not really clear to me, where can I find that again, right? Even if you add it to a playlist, you said it's a little bit confusing. So I said, wow, that's a really great insight, right? That's why we should always seek feedback from outside people, not just be in our own minds, right? It's what I talk about all the time, right? And so I said, okay, yes, so we're going to change this. So now from here on, you're going to see, based on the titles and thumbnails that I have on my channel, you're going to see it's going to be a lot easier for you to, and you'll see what I mean. To let's say if there was some specific concept that you thought was really really interesting and you want to go back and watch it again or revisit it, or if you think there was a book that was very very interesting, and you want to like go back and revisit that book, you can actually, it'll be very clear from now on where you can go back and find that, which video that was in. And you might not understand for the time being how that is becoming clearer, but just know, yeah, that's how it's going to work, right? It's going to be a lot clearer. So you'll see what I mean. The most recent video is kind of a little bit of an example of that. You can actually see that it's a lot clearer what I'm discussing in that video, right? For a little bit, I was kind of trying to please the algorithm, but it's like, no, no, no. Right? Make it so that people can find the content that they want again, right? So you guys, so you can find the content that you want, and you can find the concepts that you want. You can easily go back. You can share it with your friends as well. It'll be a lot easier to do that from now on. And the last concept I want to share, the last announcement I want to share is, I've been working on, I guess ever since I was, now it's been like 12 years. I can't believe I can say it's been about 12 years since I started, not just my academic journey. It started out as in 2013. I started out as a internationally published author, internationally published academic author. Became published academically in peer-reviewed, in 2013 for the first time. So, what is this? I don't think this is real. So, anyway, I don't know what's going on in this chat, but anyway, weird stuff in the chat. So here's what so now the accumulation of this, right? You guys know that I started out as an academic, right? Did all this stuff, published value theory and all that stuff. All right. Then I made my way into entrepreneurship, at first out of financial necessity, and then I learned a whole bunch of stuff about discipline, personal growth, financial management, team leadership, all these types of principles from entrepreneurship. And that was an ocean of difference from what I learned in the academic world, right? And so, and then I went on to actually run a couple of businesses. So I'm giving all this context because now I actually started what is called the Critical Thinking Academy. And you will see this live, probably as of tomorrow. You'll see a link to this live on my channel, and you will be able to kind of take a closer look at this. But the Critical Thinking Academy is all of the knowledge. It's literally all of the knowledge packed into that I have learned over 12 years about critical thinking, persuasion, leadership, how to think clearly, how to actually communicate clearly, and all of that in 12 years that I've learned in 12 years, and it's packed into just one compact course. So I think you guys are going to really love it once I launch it. Once it's up, should be by tomorrow and live. You guys can take a look at that, check that out. But it's hours and hours of content, worksheets, live classes that we'll do together, live discussions. It's going to be really, really fun. Another way for us to build community, but have a lot of fun growing together and building together. So definitely you'll be able to check that out. So, but in the meantime, I want to know how are you guys doing? That's coming soon. But how are you guys doing this morning? What's going on with you guys? And I'd love to see what's new in your life. So, drop something in the chat, and we'll continue to discuss. I'll give you more details about the Critical Thinking Academy if you want in the meantime, but what the Critical Thinking Academy covers essentially is two phases. It's two phases of real growth. One is the first phase of the Critical Thinking Academy is really the critical thinking part. Logic, rules of logic, logical fallacies, how to, statistical reasoning and scientific reasoning, how to get better at critical thinking skills overall, how to evaluate different types of statements. What are the different types of statements people make? How do you respond? How do you actually win an argument if you want to win an argument, right? The second phase of this is less academic, and it's more, well, it is academic, but it's more hands-on, real-world application of these things. So we face the reality that yes, argumentation is important, and having all these tools in our toolkit is very, very important, but how do we apply this to real-world situations to gain more influence with people, to be more persuasive, to actually get real-world results in terms of our wealth, our health, our relationships, and so forth? Well, that is all about what I call the cognitive landscape. It's phase 2, understanding the cognitive landscape. How people think, how people value, how people behave based on what they value. And that, combining this, we go from how to make a good argument and how to be persuasive to how to actually cooperate and be collaborative and actually have a fruitful and productive conversation that leads to a mutually good result, right? And so that's a little different from debate and argumentation. But what I believe is we need both skills, because different situations in our lives require both skills, require different skills. And so this is going to be really exciting. I'm very, very excited about it. I can't wait to start actually teaching it and working with a lot of you guys. So feel free to check that out once that is up and ready to go tomorrow. So, but yeah, what's new with you guys? You guys are quiet today in the chat, so I will say, yeah, definitely you guys are quiet in the chat today. But quick stream today, definitely a quick stream, but love being with you guys. Again, check it out when it's live. Check it out on my profile, and you can get more details about it. So, yeah, quick stream today. Love being with you guys. And those are some of the changes that we're making to the channel. Very, very excited about it. Gonna keep building bigger, and it's all possible because of you guys. So, awesome, Kayla. Thanks so much. Yeah, same to you. Be well. Yeah, and here's my dog. All right, take care, guys.